Ladies and gentlemen, welcome home. Alaska here once again with another beautiful Battlefield 3 gameplay commentary. Today we are on Operation Metro, otherwise known in the community so lovingly as Operation Chokepoint for many, many good reasons, or Operation Water. But none of that today. I started the gameplay after the first pair because we got pushed back fairly quickly. So today we're just going to be doing a straight gameplay commentary. I'm going to be talking about the gameplay that you're watching right now, giving you reasons and excuses for the things that I do correctly and incorrectly. Right here, I spawned in, as you saw, my squad mates right before we lost the ability to, and I ran straight for the gazebo. The reason being is the concrete blocks right here give me a head glitch, and that gives me a ton of cover and ability to pick off as many people as I can before they inevitably push in and start spawning there, just to take down some of the tickets before we get into the subway area. I talked about it in my last video. I don't like spawning on my teammates when I'm defending. I spawn in the deployment most of the time, just so I have a little bit of time to think about the route that I'm going to run, which I did right here. I spawned back and I immediately ran B-side trains, because this is the side that most people will rush through the beginning when they're attacking, because they have the vent, which is B side, and then the actual B side is kind of like the middle open area when you're coming down from outside. So I went up B side to check that real quick, saw no one, doubled back. I thought I had seen someone or seen my teammate get shot. I didn't hear anything because I don't play with sound when I'm playing public matches. Done that for years. I either play with no sound at all, or I'll play with music on. That's just to give me a nice dynamic between public matches and game battles matches or competitive matches. Not playing with sound actually helps me focus more visually. I don't really have an explanation for it, but it's something that's worked for me for years, so I continue to do it. So we went up B side, back down A side, and then went in front of our green room, which was the room with the lockers, or some people call it front escalators, or you can name it by the conquest flag, but I don't usually do that. And then we went back down B side again, because my main goal is to be right here. Right here, I call this connector because it connects right here, which is A side, and then this is Green Hall where I just killed him, and this is B side. Connector is where these two attacking lanes, being the B-side trains where we're at right now, and the cave or A-side trains, that little part right there is where they connect, converge, and where you will find a lot of attackers funneling into or out of the vent and then into green hallway or green room. And this is just a really, really good spot to be to catch them off guard. So right now I'm just patrolling back into cave. I see the kid. I kill him. Wanted to check back on vent, and I got killed by someone at an angle that I didn't see. I was going to definitely throw a grenade. That's what I was doing. I stood there to throw a grenade. I didn't remember that I'd already thrown my grenade out. Spawn back in deployment. There was kids on B side, so my initial desire is to go back to B side. But I wanted to check green real quick. Walk through green room. Decided not to go B side because I figured if they come B side, they might push into green. Not sprinting right here just because there's so many blind corners. Checking A. Checking the green hall. Down A. Gonna throw this nade, maybe hopefully kill him. The sun comes around the corner and I lose the hip fire battle, which doesn't really make sense. It was a UMP. I have more power and more accuracy at that range. I should have won that battle, and he was hurt, so whatever. Spawn in and go B side this time. Saw that kid. I knew the kid that was pushing saw me, and I did not want to push out the doorway, because pushing out the doorway would have me at a disadvantage, because the gun camera, your character model, especially when you're firing from the hip, is more towards the right. So if I would have pushed out with my left side, I would have been at a huge disadvantage, and he basically would have been able to shoot me before I could see him. It's the same thing with spawning in. You know how when you spawn in, there's that black death zone or death screen for like a split second where you're actually in the game, but you can't see anything. Same thing with the doorways. Pushing out with the left side of your body is a bad idea. Always, always, always try to push out with the right side, like I do right here. So up in A, I see the kids. I'm going to push up, risky move. I get this person, and then I knew I had no angle on the sniper and the two assaults. So I back in, I see this kid with no connections right there. He's not weak at all, and the sniper just shot at me. So my idea is to come around, double back through B side. I engage with this kid with only 30% health. He gets a shot off. Gonna throw down the health just for a split second though. I want to keep putting the pressure on these guys as much as possible. I figured there might be a kid coming. I let go of the sprint button just in time. Always, 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 if you're doubling back on attackers, check the direction of the attacking spawn first. Like right there, I came out of the doorway and I looked to my left first because I knew the kills were here. Their focus is on the front of them, not the back of them. So the first thing to do is always to make sure that you're not there's no one coming from the attacking spawn again. So go back, grab my health. Don't want to push up too far because my team is sitting back. Lose that battle right there. I was doubling back on vent. Spawning the deployment again. We're doing pretty good right now. We're at 40 done, 42 tickets. I'm gonna push up B side again because the kid had killed me at B side. I have teammates up there. Can't decide here what I'm gonna do. ADD, showing in strong right there. Always, always, always using the train cars as cover. Sometimes you get stuck on a mantle, but other times it seems to accelerate your movement. At least from what I feel like sometimes. Checking the vent, always while moving up. Saw the sniper. I saw the engineer at the last second. Don't want to engage the sniper at that long line of sight. Didn't anticipate him running up. I figured he had seen me and would wait for me. So I was able to get a nice little natural double back on him. Checking behind me. I get a lucky double kill here. I just kept holding the trigger. I was actually suppressed. I got no shots connected with me. It's pretty terrible aim on their part. Double back into connector. Get blinded by my teammates. So many sun. He had an IR scope. Oh, and then the one time that I spawned on my squad mate, the one time he gets in my way. The one time. This is so irritating right here. Playing ring around like this is ridiculous. Why, dice? Why can't I move past them? Yep, you go ahead and crouch to the ground. So we skipped a few deaths because I kept on running up and nothing had connected. That kid got a really nice headshot. I spawned on my teammate again. Don't know why we do that after I had such a problem last time, but we did it. We're pushing up. They had pushed us back a bit, so the first priority is to get the kids closest off the MCOM. I threw that nade because the kid had shot me in the back. I figured he would push. Kids generally like to get their kills, so I throw the nade just in case he comes around the corner. He would get it. I lose another hipfire battle to the sun, and I said, screw this. I'm loading up a shotgun. I will not lose another hipfire battle. They had armed B, so right now my focus is to move up between B and A to make sure that nobody that is spawning on B, spawning on the squad mates over there, can cross over from B into A. Because the only thing that I'm worried about right now is preventing a dual arm. They have the arm, but with so few tickets, I'm going to let my teammates focus on slaying, push into B to make sure there's no one there, get on the stairs. I figured he might chase me, so I threw the grenade once again. Always, always, always try to cover your retreats, either by quickly turning on yourself or throwing a grenade. Get sniped. They disarm it. I believe that they took it, and my teammates cleaned up the kills. Your team won. This was a huge scoring game. Ran into a few medals all at once. And there we go. It finished out 26 and 15. KD does not matter. It is all about the W's. And we got another one here today. Another Assault Service Medal. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you guys for watching. This was a lovely deal. I love doing the commentaries where I talk about whatever I'm doing play by play. If you enjoy it, go ahead and throw it a like down the bottom of the video right there. Like it, let me know. And if you hate it, let me know too. I don't really like to know that you hate it, but if you hate it, just let me know. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you know exactly when new content becomes available. And like always, if you have a map, game type, or weapon set you want to see, just let me know in the comments and I will try to get a commentary up for you guys. Once again, I'm Alaska DE. Thank you very much. Have a great day, guys. Cheers.